This lecture series explores the history of American foreign relations, from its founding with the Constitution in 1787 all the way through its ongoing global war on terror. Along the way, we visit many important major tenets in American foreign policy. We see these at the beginning, and we will see these in our present day. Expansion, freedom of seas, freedom of action, American exceptionalism, all of these thoughts undergird American foreign policy. The United States went out into the world quite early in its history. It's never been isolationist. It's always been engaged in international trade and in international relations. This lecture series will explore how successive administrations dealt with America in the world. It will look at ways that the United States tried to avoid war and the ways that the United States went to war. War is a central feature of American foreign policy, but it's not its only feature. Many people who held positions of power in the United States tried to use American foreign policy to influence the will of others abroad. We'll talk about those people and the ideas that animated the discussions around which direction the U.S. should go. We'll begin our time with the Constitution, and we'll move through history with Manifest Destiny and the Civil War and the Spanish-American War, the World Wars, and the Cold War, and obviously the end of the Cold War. In all of these episodes, what we'll hear are American foreign policy leaders trying to match interests and ideology. It's a hard mix, but this is what the job requires. This lecture series then will explore the debates, the people, the events that made America's place in the world stable and secure for most of us, but not always. Sometimes the United States went on international crusades trying to remake America in the image of others, and this led to trouble. We'll explore those aspects of American foreign policy as well. James Madison, writing in the Federalist Papers, trying to convince fellow delegates to the Constitutional Convention in 1787, said that you needed a strong federal government in order for the United States to have an effective diplomacy, and you needed effective diplomacy for the United States to trade in the world. It was Madison who envisioned a strong central government, a Congress that could declare war, raise armies and navies, raise taxes to fund them, a president who was the commander-in-chief, who could repel imminent attacks, but who also had a check on that power. This series, then, explores America's place in the world and the history of American foreign relations. Many people don't think of the Constitution as a foreign policy document, but it is. In the U.S. Constitution, we see the major tenets of American foreign policy: expansion, freedom of seas, freedom of action, and American exceptionalism. The Constitution was born, in effect, to make sure that America had a viable foreign policy. The Articles of Confederation had left the new United States extremely weak and divided in the eyes of the rest of the world. Trade expansion at the dawn of the Revolution had given way to independent status in a world dominated by mercantilist restrictions. Everywhere the new Americans looked, the European imperial powers had struck out their markets. Because of the imperial preference system and the way it controlled markets, the United States was not allowed to trade inside the empires of Europe. Because of commercial habits and credits, the new United States continued to trade almost exclusively with Great Britain, and this was a problem because Britain was the king of the mercantilist empires. In 1790, nearly half of all American exports went to England, and 90% of U.S. imports had come from Great Britain. U.S. exports fell dramatically. By 1786, exports from Boston Harbor had fallen over 75% from their 1774 levels.